In this section, we're going to talk about the law of sines. So first of all, to set up the law of sines, it does not have to be a right triangle. This will work on any triangle. That's why this section is talking about oblique triangles, which basically means any triangle in the law of sines. So if you want to label your triangle, A, B, and C, it doesn't really matter which vertex you label which. The key is the side is across from the angle. So this is little a, and then this will be little b, and then this side will be little c. So again, it doesn't matter which order you go in for your ABC vertexes. It just matters how you line up the sides. So this will be your setup. And so you create a ratio, the sine of angle A divided by the little side A equals the sine of angle B divided by side B, or the sine of angle C divided by side C. Or you can use the reciprocal, which I tend to use more often. So you can solve for the angles or the sides in a triangle when you have the measurements of an angle, the next side, and the next angle, or an angle, the next angle, and the next side, or two sides and the following angle, or the previous angle, as the case may be. So for example, to solve the triangle, we'll say A, B, and C. If you are given that angle A is 55 degrees, and angle C is 42 degrees, and side little b equals 8. Hopefully you can remember that there's 180 degrees in a triangle, so B will be 83 degrees. And from there you can set up a proportion. We could do little a over the sine of 55 equals little b is 8 over the sine of 83, which equals little c over the sine of 42. And you're going to use any two of these at a time and cross multiply. So if we go with the first pairing, if we cross multiply that, we'd have 8 sine 55 equals a sine 83. So from here, divide both sides by the sine of 83 to get the little a by itself. And you could change this left-hand side into a decimal and figure out what the sine of 83 is as a decimal, but the more you round, the less accurate your answer is going to be. So if you can keep it in this format, and so then when you type this in, you can make sure you close that parenthesis, because remember when you hit sine it opens a parenthesis, and you want to put the whole thing in parentheses, and then divide by the sine of 83. But either way, for little a, you should get 6.60. And then you could use little a if you want to solve for sine b, but if you screwed up a, and you'd also screw up little c. So you may want to choose the same one that we know, and this time use it to solve for little c. So you'd have 8 sine 42 equals c sine 83. Again, you want to divide by the sine of 83 to get c by itself. And again, make sure you close the parentheses after 42. You might want to put the whole top in parentheses. And so for little c, you should get 5.39. And again, if you want to check your answer, since 42 is the smallest angle, little c should be the smallest side, which it is, and then b is the largest angle, and 6.6 is the largest side. Or 8, sorry, is the largest side.